Allison says she misses you and she's still alive. Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing tonight? So, the question on everybody's mind tonight seems to be why I feel like I'm qualified to be giving advice. Specifically, I think this is in response to the relationship advice. I really want you guys to trust me when I say that I am more than qualified for most of your situations. If there's ever really any doubt as to whether or not you should take my advice, I invite you to reach out to some of the people that I have helped in the past.
Hey everybody. So Chris's advice creates a dialogue between my problems and the court system.
Like me, my problems are unique. That's why I use Chris's advice. Because you know what? I'm worth it.
Like a good neighbor, Chris's advice is there.
There are some things that money can't buy, and for those things, I use Chris's advice.
Chris's advice provided me with critical insight into my relationship.
I've been following Chris's YouTube channel for 2 weeks, and I'm here to tell you, success runs on Chris's advice.
His advice is so intuitive, it's so easy a caveman can do it.
Chris's advice, proven relief for pain that lasts.
Chris's advice, just do it.
Thousands and thousands of satisfied people, but then they get a problem, and I'm their best friend. So let me be your best friend too. The first thing that you need to know is that I sold out a long time ago. You don't have to worry about my videos being a pitch or a plea to corporate America for sponsorship. I'm not gonna name any names like some other YouTube channels, but you're not gonna find a honey.com/Team Chris. I have really come to terms with my popularity. I'll admit, at first, it was pretty shocking. I really didn't expect Team Allison and Chris to blow up the way it did as fast as it did. But now I realize that, we're number one because we're real. And we speak the truth. So don't worry about me padding my advice in favor of popular opinion. I'll give it to you straight. And, if we lose a fan or two, we lose a fan or two. But our integrity will be intact. Educated. That's me. I'm not just some guy out here that's, coming to you off the cusp. One thing you really need to know about me is that my parents were always firm believers in reading. And as such, and you can probably see this on the bookshelf video where Robert built my bookshelf, but I have an enormous library of reference books. They have sent me books on pretty much everything that we're going to come across. So if I need to, just pick up one of the books, flip it to the appropriate chapter, answer your question using trusted sources like these reference books. They have sent me books on parenting, financial freedom, power tools, grilling, recipes, first aid, owning a gun, gun care, gun maintenance. There's some doomsday type stuff in there, how to survive off the land, where to go if we're experiencing flooding, what to do in a tornado, all those kinds of things. I've got books on it, and if it's not something that my parents have sent me, it's probably something that I've picked up through work. I have plenty of stuff on leadership, problem solving, mediating between personality types, just anything you can think of, I've got a book on it. And if not, I'm gonna Google it for you. If it's my opinion and understanding of popular culture, we may, need to validate that. I've done this in the past, and it works wonders. Either on my Snapchat or on my Facebook, I'll just throw up a poll, and simple yes/no poll, and that way when I give you an answer that I've got a percentage of people behind me agreeing with me on that. And really, that has worked almost every time, except for the time that Kendra made a poll on the Allison and Chris Facebook page. And she worded the poll in such a way that a lot of people thought they were supporting me, but in fact were casting a vote for me to get a pie in the face. So that is one time that a poll did not work the way it was supposed to. But we've learned from that. Kendra's not allowed to make any more polls, so I got you covered. One of the other great things about me is I have memory loss. Ask anybody who knows me. We are gonna have to meet many, many times before I'm able to put a face with a name. And if you want me to remember cousins, aunts, uncles, things like that, not happening. Kendra pretty much ruined that for everybody. She's got like 20 uncles. She got cousins, first cousins, second cousins, Texas cousins. If you guys need evidence of my memory loss, just ask Allison. She has tried to show me so many TikTok dances, and about the max that I can remember is 2 or 3 moves. So we can do that and then work on the next part and get that. But by the time I got in the second part, I forgot the first part. And there's really no hope for it. The memory loss is a good thing for this, because that means each and every time somebody asks my opinion, my advice, my understanding on a situation, I'm approaching it for the first time. A great part of talking to me, asking me questions, is that I'm part of a team. It's Team Allison and Chris. So obviously you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting my perspective, you're getting Allison's perspective. I've got coworkers, I've got people on Snapchat, there's Facebook groups that I'm members of. Don't worry, I am not gonna monopolize your problem. I won't keep it to myself. I will tell other people, all about your problem, and get their opinion. It might not work out the best because, memory loss and I kind of forget details. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. I have read a ton. And by a ton, I mean a lot of fantasy adventure books. Dragonlight series, read them all. Terry Brooks, R.A. Salvador, Robert Jordan, C.S. Lewis. You could say, when you're asking me for advice, the sky's the limit. I know about magic. I also know about hobgoblins. Horses. A lot of horses in these fantasy adventure books. A lot of fighting, too. A lot of swords, stuff like that, If you really need that kind of twist on a situation, say we're talking about getting ahead in work, again, sugar in the gas tank thing, imagine some oil in the gas tank, huh? Think about that. Medieval times, you can even light it on fire and then put it in the gas tank. It works to repel invaders. Ever heard the expression, there's an app for that? Well, let me tell you something. I have a ton of apps. I have a 4-year-old that uses my phone, and I am constantly getting more and more apps every day. Like things that I would never even think of to download. They just suddenly appear on my phone. So, you got a problem? I don't have a reference book for it. Google's not helping out. I probably have an app that can help us out. Look, my advice not only comes free of charge, but I have a 100% satisfaction back guarantee. If you are not happy with my advice, I will personally work with you to help you change your question to match my answer. I mean, a lot of people won't take that time, but I'm really here for you guys. You know, finally, I think the most important thing to leave you guys with is I'm an analyst, specifically a systems analyst. And I've been one since like 2005, 2006, you know, a long time. Unfortunately, I kind of think that's just because nobody at work really bothered to update my job title. It also means, though, that work has sent me to a lot of seminars and expos to equip me with the tools to analyze your question. So let's take advantage of that.
Christopher, I'm totally going to subscribe to your YouTube channel. So please keep it up and you'll be the next Jay Paul.